Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, I am actually participating in a readathon. I don't often do them. I did just do the Penguin readathon, which should be over soon, the Fall into Fantasy readathon by the time you guys see this. But I wanted to participate in, as you can tell, the Magical readathon, which is going to be the Christmas at Hogwarts edition. This takes place December 17th through 26th. I will leave G's video down below. I wanted to actually start here because I wasn't able to participate in the other two. I did miss the first one and then wasn't able to participate in the newts. So I wanted to try to start with this and then move in next year into actually being able to do the other readathons. This one is a little bit different. It is quite a bit easier. There is a tracker that you can do. You can kind of choose how you would spend your Christmas at Hogwarts. I think it's really original and really interesting. Like I said, in her video, there is in the description box the printout of that. But today I just wanted to talk about my journey, how I would spend Christmas at Hogwarts, and what books I chose for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So the first one we have here, number one, everybody starts out on the same one. It is finish your coursework or finish the book that you are currently reading. Now, this may change, so I'm not going to be talking about the book that I think I'm going to be finishing at that time. There are a couple of books that of the day of filming this, I'm actually going to sit down tonight and try to finish. So I don't know what book I will be bringing into this. And since it is on the 17th, obviously there is quite a few weeks left for me to be able to actually decide what book that is going to be. So the rest of my TBR is going to be set, but this option will obviously be changing depending on what book I'm reading going into the readathon. So number two, what I would choose to do is help Hagrid decorate the trees. And for this, you're supposed to pick a book with a golden detail. Now, I'm primarily using this readathon to get through a few books that I've had on my shelves for quite a while, maybe ones that I had pre-ordered and I read the first one a long time ago and haven't really been able to sit down and read the second one. And that is the book I have chosen for this. It would be Legendary by Stephanie Garber. As you can tell, there's a beautiful gold detail on this book. I really liked the Caraval. I loved Caraval a lot. I don't know if I would love it as much as I thought I did now, but I did find the story very interesting. So I do want to actually read this book and see if I love it as much as I remember loving Caraval. Also, if I do not like this book, this is actually a series that I've been considering unhauling. So we will see if I am able to get through this, what I thought of it, and whether or not I actually end up keeping the series. The next thing I would do is Visit the Three Broomsticks. So that is a book you can read in a day or an evening. I'm actually really excited to read this. I had a friend who read a bit of this while we were at work and he really liked it, and I just haven't been able to pick it up. I don't know why, I just haven't really had the want to do it. But that book would be Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I'm really excited to read this. This is obviously just Norse mythology in a different kind of way. I've been really into Norse and other mythologies recently. My husband is actually currently taking a couple of classes on Norse mythology, and they have been talking a lot about it in class, obviously, and he's been bringing a lot of that information home. And I just realized how much I truly loved it and still love it and need to read more of it. So I'm really excited to read this. This also could have filled the book with a golden detail prompt, but I do want to read two separate books for that. So I'm really excited to read this as well. The next thing I would do is number four, exchange presents in your common room. Read a book featuring friendship. This is a book that I got on release day. My husband actually went and purchased it for me, and I liked the first one a lot. I liked the first one enough to have a custom candle made of one of the main characters, but I don't know if I love it as much as I thought I did. So this is once again one of those books that I want to read to see if I'm still as interested in the series as I thought I was and whether or not I want to unhaul it. But that book would be Wildcard by Marie Lu. This is the second one to follow Warcross. If you guys are not familiar, this is a story about a girl who's able to kind of hack like systems, and they live in a world that is a little bit more virtual reality, and she actually falls into a game and then is recruited essentially, but nothing is what it's supposed to be. There's a man who's actually hacking the Warcross system, and there's just a lot of like romance in it, but I really like the characters. I think that's what I liked about it so much. It was pretty predictable, but I still do want to read this just to see what I think of it, if I love it as much as I thought I did, and then I will go from there on whether or not I want to unhaul this series. And number five is Fly Around Snowy Hogwarts Grounds, a book with a building on the cover. This is not a Christmas read, but I really don't care. I'm actually really excited to read this. This is The Wicked by James Newman. This has been on my TBR pretty much since last Christmas when Sam actually sent it to me. She did pick this up in the UK for me. This follows a family who moves to a small town, and the like there's like a demon that lives underneath their city that likes to eat children. And so not a Christmas story. I don't care. It's definitely the book that I want to read. I'm really excited. So this follows a family who moves to Morganville, North Carolina from upstate New York. So I'm really excited to read this. I have been in the mood for some horror-y stuff recently, if you guys know. Also, they have little drawings for each chapter and I think they're amazing. This is a pretty short book. I think it's only like 300 and some pages, 299, so not even 300 and some, almost exactly 300 pages. So I think this will be also totally doable for the readathon. And number 6 is actually attend the Christmas feast, which is watch a Harry Potter movie. So that is going to be something that I do outside of this, obviously, but I am really excited to be participating in this. Like I said, I will leave G's video down below, as well as all the books on my TBR. I will leave their Goodreads links down below as well. But I'm really excited to get started on this. I cannot wait. We only have a couple more weeks until it begins, so I can't wait to see everybody else's TBRs. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! So the first one is finish your coursework, but that would be, they are from North Carolina and they moved to, oh no,